Hey, in this bitch.
We in here. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Better Than Cable. Here, we're gonna switch things up a little bit. We're trying a new little format for the show, so we got three main topics here to go over. We're gonna be talking about the Nintendo versus Palworld lawsuit that's been going on. If you haven't heard about it, it's kind of crazy. Then I think it's Warner Bros. Is selling three Batmobiles from the Dark
Yo,
Knight series, three of the Tumbler Batmobiles for $3 million each. We're going to talk about that a little bit if we get one, see what's going on with it. And then we're also going to discuss this upcoming week. SpaceX is going to launch Starship Flight 6, which should be pretty cool. They're going to attempt to catch two boosters in a row of the biggest rocket ever launched. So there's definitely some stuff I want to go over with that. And
oh
I
yeah.
think I have a few questions we've never asked you guys about SpaceX. So that should be pretty cool too.
Hey,
But
facts.
I'm going to toss it over here to Parse to intro our first topic here, since I think he's probably got the most info on it.
Yo, yeah. Yeah. So basically, with the Palworld situation, yeah. So Nintendo is finally making a real move on Palworld. Like we kind of already heard about like the lawsuit coming, right? So that we knew what was coming, but we didn't know about what is Nintendo actually going to sue them for, right? We're like their game system isn't that crazy, right? Like,
Yeah.
what were they suing them about? So basically, what the lawsuit focuses on is a patent describing a two-input capture system, an analog stick aiming plus button press, and a capture rate calculation. So those are two different patents that they're suing Palworld on. And so
So it's like,
basically, it's
what's like
the
the yeah.
It's specifically the like catching with the ball
Yeah,
and the
it's the
probability, right?
monster catching. Yeah, it's the
Yeah,
monster catching
just free
system, right?
world. Yeah,
So yeah, basically, it's the connection of like how you can trigger the throwing of the ball
just
and
the
like the capture,
mechanism.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right, with the button presses.
Yeah.
So that in conjunction with like how they calculate if you can capture something, right? So
yeah.
they also have different types of balls in Power World, right? So they have like different strength balls which have
Oh,
higher capture rates,
facts.
and
Yeah.
then they also have different animals which have different levels, and then those have different capture rates, right? So I'm guessing it's all based around this kind of stuff. But I'm like, there are other games that have these systems, so I'm like, how did they even get those patents in the first place? I'm like, that's what's interesting to me. And they're only going after Pal World because everyone's saying that Pal World is Pokemon with guns, right? Like
Yeah,
that's the
Yeah.
just
whole
blatant. Yeah,
idea behind that. Yeah.
yeah.
I wonder if too they've just had them from the start. Like if it's just a thing where Nintendo's actually had them since like Pokemon first came out, like the first game.
Hmm.
And they've just been evolving them too, because I'm sure the patents changed because like the game mechanic has changed as you've gone through the different games.
Yeah.
But I mean, everyone kind of thought they were going to go after them for the characters and the play,
Yeah.
like the gameplay, right? And
Yeah.
I feel like they had to specifically choose this for some reason, but I don't know what it is.
I think it's probably the most
Yeah.
blatant one. It's like so obvious. They're like, okay, they have like similar monsters as we have monsters, and you catch them with a ball. Like it's literally Pokemon. Like I think they probably have like some type of copyright or some type of patent on just having a ball
Yeah.
to catch a monster.
Oh
Like as
yeah, I
simple
mean,
as that.
but like they could have gone for any of these other things. Like some of the characters look
Yeah,
almost
yeah.
identical.
Those, yeah,
Yeah.
straight
Yeah.
up.
So it's
So
just
I mean,
surprising to me.
the
I guess
character thing is, yeah, like the character thing is a huge thing because I'm like, even when I played, I'm like, dude, some of these like creatures are like one to one in a way Pokemon because they don't look exactly like Pokemon, right? Like they're obviously different creatures. They would just be different Pokemon and Pokemon, but they're designed in
That
such a
same,
similar fashion,
yeah,
dude.
facts.
yeah.
Like, you know that little like electric yellow Pokemon, dude. I like Alakid, right? The
Oh
Pokemon,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That Alakid is, dude. There's one just like that in
In
freaking,
Power
and but
World.
it's just a cat
Yeah.
in
That's
Power World.
wild.
You know what I'm
Or
saying? It's just like an
Yeah,
electric cat, and
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like, dude,
yeah.
that thing's the same freaking thing. You know what I'm
Like
saying? Like, there's some
Beedrill
things you
too.
just see. Yeah, yeah.
There's one that looks exactly like that. I feel like
Hmm.
there's a Psyduck.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel
think
like
I
I
saw
saw that.
Psyduck.
And
Yeah,
like, there's those like normal type cat Pokemons,
yeah,
like
Yeah.
you know, like there's a few of those. Like those look kind of same, like Per Gully or whatever, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That Pokemon. Yeah, so like there's so many that are similar in Palworld, and I'm like, I could definitely see it there, but I'm like, in another way, I'm also like, these aren't Pokemon designs, so I'm like, where does that line actually get drawn?
Yeah.
How can you sue a company if the designs are completely different? They
Yeah.
don't. They're similar, but there's
Yeah,
nothing
facts.
directly copying
No.
anything. Right?
Facts.
Well,
There's
I think
like
you
that's
could
like saying like
argue.
if yeah. Oh, sorry.
No, I
Go
was
ahead.
just gonna say, I think
Yeah.
you could argue
Yeah.
like the gameplay though. Like there are
Yeah.
elements
Yeah.
of the gameplay,
Yeah,
and
it's
maybe they just went
subjective.
for this too because it was the most like open close
Yeah.
kind of case they
Yeah.
could come up with. Which, to be fair to Nintendo, they probably know like Japanese courts better than anyone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
And yeah, maybe they win in Japan, and then that that kind of filters out to everywhere else too. But
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like what's the easiest
Um,
way of doing it?
yeah, but I don't know, man. It's obviously just on the gameplay, so they're not even attacking the art. So I think that shows that the art is. So if you copy Nintendo in its style, they can't really do anything to you.
yeah,
So that's something interesting. But it's mainly on these two gameplay patents that they have.
yeah. No, it's interesting that that's what they're going for. It's going to be weird to see how it plays out, like if it's going to be a fee or if they're even going to win. But I kind of assume they're going to win just with how long Nintendo's been around in Japan. They seem to
Yeah,
know what
and
they're doing when they sue people.
Is
So,
Palworld even
it's a
like
money game.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
facts. Are people even playing Palworld like that? I feel like it's kind of died down.
I played it a lot.
I assume there's
I
people
played it
still
for a
playing
while.
it.
I haven't played it since in a few months.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I
When
feel like
it
it's
first
just
came
died
out, dude,
down.
I was playing. I played
Yeah.
it for like a few weeks straight. It was pretty fun.
Facts,
Um,
facts.
But it was way slower though. They made that game a little bit too slow in my opinion. But back to a greater question. So one of these discussion topics I had was how could this lawsuit influence the relationship between indie developers and large gaming corporations in the future, right? In now now we know that indie developers are going to get scared about copying any certain gameplays from famous games, right? And it's like that's how we get new and interesting games is when they take a concept from a really popular game that we like, right? And they'll basically tune it up and add all the features that we wanted, right? So like in Pokemon, specifically it's shooting Pokemon and killing Pokemon, right? Like that's one thing we've always wanted to do, right?
Yeah.
But that's never been in any game, right? So that's like kind of a new interesting thing they added.
Yeah. No, I mean, and I don't think it'll necessarily scare people off. Maybe it'll scare people off from trying to do anything with Nintendo properties.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like Sony's not as harsh and like Bethesda's not as harsh. There's like other games that are kind of Destiny copies and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So I think we'll still see it to an extent, but it might be like, well, Nintendo kind of gets left behind if they're going to act like this. But Nintendo's been acting like this for forever. Like
Yeah,
they're
no, that's the
literally
thing.
copyrighting
thing.
anyone on YouTube who does
Twitch.
anything with their games.
Yeah,
Like
all the Pokemon games.
you can't really stream them. You can't have replays of you streaming
Yeah.
them. Like, and that's just, I don't know. I feel like eventually it's going to come back to bite them and people aren't going to be interested in
But
their
see,
new
I
thing.
think it's like everyone plays Nintendo.
Well,
Some
I
way,
mean,
somehow. Like,
Eventually, maybe not. Like, I'm not saying it's going to be quick, like, maybe not even the next 15 years, but after,
Yeah.
like, their core audience has significantly
out.
changed in age,
Yeah,
I think it
yeah.
could be something that hurts them. Like, kids right now aren't really watching Pokemon gameplay.
no, Switch.
Yeah.
Every
What?
kid has a Switch.
Well,
But that doesn't
They-
mean they have Pokemon either.
they are getting
mean-
Pokemon on TikTok like streaming.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, that
Nintendo
too.
doesn't have reach on TikTok. So they are getting it there. Maybe not in other places like Twitch and stuff like that, but there
Yeah,
are
I
like
think-
people play like old GBA games on like they're not getting the new gameplay though, right? They're
Yeah.
most of what Nintendo's taking down is the new gameplay, not these old gameplay games, really.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah.
Like, too. And I guess, yeah, you're right. They're not taking down, like, the Game Boy ones. But even
Yeah.
so, I mean, like, I feel like that's much less attractive to a kid with a short attention
yeah.
span who
Definitely,
wants to
yeah,
see the new
especially
thing.
nowadays. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's-
also like
that's a
the
great point.
quality's worse.
So it's not even like I think it's going to happen right away. It'll just be interesting to see if they do experience or start experiencing like issues with
A
people
little
being less
drop-off,
excited.
yeah.
Like
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
Apple's going through the same thing right now too.
Yeah, facts.
So I
Facts.
wonder if they'll get to that point too. You know, Apple's been very protective of like their stuff and their IP for forever and going after people who they think abuse it in kind of an
Yeah,
overly
yeah,
forward fashion.
Yeah.
So I wonder if
yeah. I
like the
mean,
same thing will kind of happen here that's happening with the iPhone 16, you know?
yeah,
And
exactly.
you're saying like every kid has a Switch. Well, Apple sold more iPhones than Nintendo ever sold
Yeah.
Switches.
No, yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
yeah.
So
100%.
we'll see what happens. There are
Yeah.
other handheld gaming stuff out there.
Yeah, and Apple's not staying, they're not staying loyal to that either. Like they're slowly evolving more
Yeah.
than Nintendo, that's for sure. Because recently they added emulators, right, to the App
Yeah.
Store. That was
Yeah.
a huge thing,
You
right? They
can
were being
sideload.
less Apple. They're adding side loading now because the EU forced them, right? So
Type C.
so
Yeah,
like
Type C.
yeah,
Type
Type
C.
C, right? C standardization because of the EU, right?
Yeah.
So thanks to the EU in some ways, but
Yeah.
also the EU's kind of trash. But we'll get to that another day. You know what I'm saying?
I kind of like what they make Apple do.
Yeah, I like what
Works
they
out
made
for the
Apple
better.
do though. Yeah, for Apple definitely, man.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, even that was what I was worried about with my app. I was like, yo, I don't know if they're ever gonna approve this app. So
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
still gotta
Facts.
find out about that.
Facts.
We're
Is
still
it
gonna
not
find out.
available in EU right now?
Huh?
Is
My
it
app
like
right now?
specifically not available in EU right now? Yeah.
Oh, no. Right now it's not public.
Well, no, I know
No,
it's
it's
not
not.
public, but
Yeah.
is there something? He said something
No,
about
I
EU.
could.
I was just wondering if
No.
specifically.
Yeah, no, I don't think there would be any restriction for me to get it out.
Yeah.
The only thing would be is like sometimes some AI APIs are restricted in the EU, right?
Yeah.
So like
Facts. Facts.
so imagine like if I was using one of those APIs in like my other app, right, the Notes QA app.
Yeah.
If I was using one of those, then I would get restricted. Like I already got restricted for China. Like so
That's
you can't use
wild.
any ChatGPT product in China.
Yep.
ChatGPT is completely banned.
Yeah.
So basically, I have no footprint in China right now with
Yeah.
one of my apps. So it's interesting, how all this legal stuff happens in different countries.
Yeah. All the
Facts.
bans and stuff, but
Yeah.
no. Hopefully it does get approved. They're cool. Definitely cool.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
should be on the App Store. What if Apple just gets mad and they're like, nope, we just decline every one of these, every click wheel.
They could.
Yeah,
We're the
no,
only
man.
ones
They
with
really
the click wheel.
could.
Dude, there is one click wheel on the App Store. It's
Yeah.
click wheel keyboard. Click wheel keyboard is on the App Store, and you can get it. So that was interesting to me. So I'm like, dude, if there's potential, maybe mine could get in.
Yeah, facts.
And that click wheel keyboard kind of looks like an iPod, but it's like a keyboard, right?
Yeah.
Like, so it's not. It's like something kind of different.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
who knows, man?
True.
I think
Test
Apple
it
might
out.
just get pissed because I'm using Apple Music too. And
Yeah,
they're
it's-
like, yo, what
yeah.
the heck is this, dude? Like this dude, this dude went too far.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah,
Apple
I feel like
Music
that's
They made
better
an
though.
API.
Yeah, I feel like I think it's better if you use Apple Music than Spotify
Yeah.
because it's like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
you can just sync it all up.
Yeah.
It's all Apple.
But no, we'll have to see. You
Yeah.
might, maybe they'll have a fee for you.
Yeah.
A fee. Once
Dude,
it's
I'm
live.
just waiting. Like I'm gonna add probably like one or two more features and then I'll finally do it. But I'm just waiting because I think once they reject it, I might get kicked off the beta store too. So
Oh, really?
yeah, because then
That
they'll
wouldn't
know
be
about my app,
annoying.
right?
I
Then
mean,
they'll
yeah.
know about it. but then I'm
Hopefully
like-
they don't reject it. I don't want to see them reject
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hopefully, like I'll just update a few more things and then I'm gonna just put it out and then let's just see. You know?
Yeah.
No, see, I think it looks different enough for my iPod where
Yeah.
I could see them letting it slide. Be like, okay,
Yeah.
it's just like
Yeah,
a little
yeah.
wheel, just a little screen. Fuck it.
Dude,
But
it's
yeah,
totally
we'll
different. I
see.
mean, I was like, when you're using the original iPod Classic interface,
Yeah.
like without images,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's a totally different thing. And then
Yeah.
the one with images is sort of similar, but mine's kind of totally different because I don't even add a screen.
Yeah.
Like I don't make it look like the iPod. Like
yeah,
I'm kind
yeah.
of doing different stuff. I have a shuffle button.
No,
right?
facts. Exactly.
So I'm kind of doing different stuff, but who knows, man?
Don't add shake to shuffle. That's
Yeah.
already a thing, but that might be the step one too far, guy. It's the exact same feature the iPod Nano had.
Dude, shake to shuffle will be hilarious.
Well, because it was the thing, you know,
Yeah,
the
you could
first
shake
colored iPods.
Yeah,
were
I know,
like,
I
you
know.
shake
And it's like
them.
I added and just.
It's on the iPhone, I'm pretty sure. Just it's off by default. I don't think you want to use it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll try to
I'm
turn it on.
90% sure.
Yeah, that
But
should be
Let's
yeah,
try to
nice.
turn it on Apple.
I mean, and they shouldn't reject this just
Yeah.
because it is what it is, but that would be unfortunate. But you know, it's Apple. I wouldn't put it past them either.
Yeah, no, exactly. Facts.
That's the whole thing.
Facts.
Like, even if they shouldn't do it,
they really
there's
could be
no
like,
guarantee
there's
they
a click
won't.
wheel. Yeah. Facts.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. Like, if they just own the look of that like scroll wheel, like,
Yeah.
can it not have menu? Can it not have a menu button at the top? I'm thinking maybe I'll just change the name of that menu button and I'll just change it to back.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right? If I just
true,
change it to
true.
back, then it's gonna be even more different. Then who knows?
Yeah.
What was the top
see.
on the iPod menu?
Just says menu. Yeah.
So back to it that was back. Like
Yeah.
if you wanted to go from one menu to the previous menu.
Yeah. I mean that functionality I kept the same because I'm
Yeah.
like that keeps it true to its origin.
Yeah, yeah.
But-
No. Hope they get approved. Hope they get approved. Looking forward to
Facts.
seeing
Yeah,
it on
well-
the App Store.
I'll let you know, man. I'll probably do it next month sometime. So we'll see.
Facts. Just push it up.
Matt.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, Nanya.
Messed
So
up.
tell us about these Batmobiles.
Yeah. So they're dropping 3 of these. So they are fully equipped.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming by fully equipped, it's like all like the lights are there, all like the crazy effects are probably there, but it is not street legal. So like
Yeah.
we were just discussing before this was like the pre-show. We were talking about how it's like too pointy probably. It probably has like too much just like mirrors. I think mirrors 100%. It's probably a bit too pointy.
Yeah.
Lights. I don't know if the lights are necessarily street legal.
I mean, it definitely has lights. I don't know. It might not have turn signals.
Yeah.
Like, it definitely
Yeah,
has
yeah,
lights.
yeah,
I don't
facts.
know
Yeah,
if
yeah,
they
yeah.
function as,
Signals
like,
is
brake
different.
lights or turn
Yeah.
signals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's definitely a cool Batmobile.
Oh no, it's sick.
Like, it's
It
just
is
like a
definitely
tank.
sick. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it would drive like a Cybertruck.
I think it would drive pretty bad.
Yeah, like it would just be heavy, just heavy.
It's probably bumpy
Just a
too. It's
tin.
probably real bumpy.
yeah,
Well,
Yeah.
So my thoughts on it driving bad are on the Tumbler. You guys can both picture it in your head, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
The front wheels are like halfway down the inside of the front bumper.
Oh,
Yeah.
So it
facts,
like
yeah.
doesn't support the corners of the
sides,
car.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I'd
Yeah,
be
yeah,
like, it's probably gonna like
Just
lean a
lean,
lot to
yeah.
whatever corners on the outside.
Yeah.
And it's got huge back tires. I think it would be super fun in a straight line because these are coming out.
Yeah.
They don't have like the jet engine, but they have a V8 that was
Mm-hmm.
in them in the movies. And then there's this little fake jet engine that you can turn on, and I think
Yeah.
it shoots like oil or smoke oil, but it has like a fire flamethrower effect that you can do out
that's
the back.
Yeah.
That's sick.
And it makes noise.
Hey.
I don't know if it's electric or if it's like turned by the motor.
Also, are they
but-
gonna like modernize it, or is it like the car? It was
No,
built in, like,
I think it
07?
was like the functional props. But it's got the
Oh,
full interior from the movie, from what I've heard. Like the top opens up
Yeah,
and you climb
yeah.
over and get in rather than
Yeah.
it having like doors.
Facts.
So I think it's going to be pretty
See,
cool.
I think that would be sick. Yeah, that would be so sick to pop it open and just hop in.
Dude, imagine having a villain to chase after, dude, with that car.
Yeah, dude. What villain? What villain would I possibly
You gotta have
chase?
a villain, bro. Like, you need a fucking villain. If you get that car, you need an arch enemy, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
you need
you
a-
can't
Just
you can't just have that car chilling. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's so expensive, though. I feel like it's literally
Yeah.
just a collector's piece.
no, 100%.
Like,
I mean,
you
I
could
feel like
take it
if you're
around
rich
to.
enough-
Well, you could take
if
it
you're
around to
rich enough, you know.
shows.
yeah.
If you have the money, but it's gonna appreciate, like, it's a movie prop. It is a
Yeah.
famous movie prop like Batmobiles, like actual ones from the movies. I think the old ones are also worth quite a bit of money if they were used in the movies, and
Yeah.
from what I understand, these could have been used in the movies. I don't know if they actually were,
Yeah,
but they were like
yeah.
built as functional props.
Yeah.
So maybe not the exact ones from the movies, but were used for some type of shooting or some
Just
other
somewhere.
thing, promo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
yeah.
Maybe
they probably
they
built
were.
a bunch of these. Yeah.
Yeah, like they could have been used in scenes, and then the scenes those exact ones were in got cut, so they
Yeah.
aren't in the movie.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like, how close can you get?
Yeah.
So I do think like they'll go up in value, but it's just a lot of money for a car you literally can't drive.
Yeah.
I mean,
And-
if you have the
facts.
money, I would put in even more money and make it street legal somehow, and then just drive that shit around. That would be my number one priority.
So
if I
okay,
bought
that
this.
gets to my question. My question for this, I said, is it worth 3 mil? And what car would you rather get, or what would you rather buy, or what would you rather spend the 3 mil on?
Yeah.
I
I mean,
that's a good.
I definitely think it's worth 3 mil. Like you're
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
buy one of these, and in 10 years,
yeah.
it's gonna be worth 5 mil.
Facts.
Like-
it's definitely
Or
it's
at
an
least
investment.
I'd assume it's gonna appreciate.
Yeah,
But
it's an
you're
investment.
also parse to what you said about making it street legal. I think you might run into a width issue. Like it might be wider than one lane.
Yeah,
I don't know
that's-
how
yeah, I
big
don't
they
know.
are.
they are
I
wide.
have no idea how wide it is. Yeah, exactly.
And
don't
you
know.
could probably like, you could take it to a private drag strip and do like a show and like
Yeah.
race it down the drag strip and not have to turn or anything, and it's not on the road, so it doesn't need to be registered. That would be kind of cool.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Yeah.
So maybe I don't know if you'd really want to take it out and use it as a showpiece
Nah,
that like an
yeah.
entertainer
Yeah,
every weekend.
Yeah.
I feel like that's one of those like you rent it out to celebrities, like for like random shit, random rich people shit. You're like, yeah, here you can rent the Batmobile for the party.
And I mean, I think
Like
they're
it's probably like a prop. It's literally just
Yeah.
a prop.
well. I think like you could end up taking it out to shows. Like you could take it to SEMA, and they'd probably be happy to have it there. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah.
There's probably some other conferences that would love to have it there. It might be worth paying to do it, like
Yeah.
to get it shipped out there. But I don't even know how much money would be in that. Like it's literally just a car to buy, to hold on to and wait to sell. I think, and it is super cool. But
Yeah,
I don't know. I'd want to drive it too.
Yeah, no, I mean the main thing is to be able to drive it. If you can't drive it, then I wouldn't buy it.
Yeah.
yeah.
honestly,
No, it's just
right.
investment. Just a
And then,
prop.
dude, I mean, imagine turning like instead of buying the Batmobile, imagine turning like one of like a McLaren or like a Lambo
Yeah,
into
yeah.
like your own Batmobile with 3
Facts.
million, right? You just put
Exactly.
3 million into it. Turn that thing
Bro.
into like a comic book accurate Batmobile. Those things in the comics look incredible, dude. Like those things
Well,
look insane.
And
like-
people, you probably don't even need to buy. Like people have built them from
Yeah.
scratch. Like there
Yeah.
are Batmobiles
Yeah.
out there. There was one guy who built the one, the one with the jet in the front, where it had like the intake right in the middle, and it sucked air in through the front.
Yeah.
Someone built one of those with an actual jet engine.
Damn.
And it
that's
actually-
kind of that's sick.
It actually
That
had
is sick.
250 cals that shot up and shot blanks.
Damn. That's
Oh,
cold.
And he
That's
built that off
cool.
like a C6 Corvette.
Oh.
yeah.
So it doesn't
Dang.
even need to be like a Lambo. I think a bunch of them have like V8s. Like
Yeah.
you build a frame and put a
Dude.
Chevy V8 in it.
I mean,
like a V16.
imagine having a V12.
Yeah, just have some
Imagine having a
crazy
V12
shit in there.
you
yeah.
could do that too, but with 3 million, you could absolutely build a
Yeah.
Batmobile.
Exactly. Just
Yeah.
build
Yeah.
like
Gonna take
some
longer,
crazy shit.
but
It'll definitely take longer, but it'll be way more worth it in my
Yeah,
opinion. Like you could get
yeah.
one that looks insane, and you could
Yeah.
tailor it exactly how you like it.
No
you know,
facts.
yeah.
You could actually
that'd be
customize it.
incredible.
I would
Yeah.
I would buy a car. I would probably
Oh
buy
my
a
God.
car.
I would, if I had money, dude. I would of course have a fucking Batmobile, dude. If I had
Yeah.
any money, man.
Bro.
What the heck?
Yeah.
That's one of the first things I would
Facts.
get.
If I could buy it, I would 100% buy it. Like it's like, bro, that'd be so.
I don't know
sick.
if it's one of my first things. That's like a 3 million is change for me. Like if I was gonna be the one. to
Yeah,
buy
no,
it.
that's what I'm saying.
It would have to be
That's-
like
yeah,
3
yeah,
No,
yeah.
I
million
mean,
is
That's
yeah,
what I mean.
one of
pocket
the
change.
first things once I
Once, yeah,
once
one of the, yeah, exactly. When
Well,
it's
no,
like,
but
I have like
Are either
100
of
million.
you are
know?
either of you interested? You have like 10 million to your name.
nah, 10 mils.
You ain't
nah.
going
No,
for
that's
it.
way
Yeah,
too.
yeah, that's too.
No,
much
that's way
little.
too low. That's
Yeah.
way too
Yeah,
low.
I'm not spending.
That's where I'm still gonna be stingy. If I'm at 10
Yeah.
million, I'm still stingy, dude.
Yeah.
Still
Also, I'm
have
not.
graduated.
yeah,
I'm not
dude.
spending 3 mil on a car that I can't drive.
Yeah, hell
Yeah.
no.
Like, nah.
No. So I mean, I would buy. I have like 2 cars in
Mm-hmm.
this price range. I would buy a Pagani Zonda
Oh,
because those
Bugattis
are
are
beautiful.
nice. Those are so
Or
sick.
I'd buy a McLaren P1.
Yeah,
McLaren,
mine McLaren. McLaren's been my
McLaren
dream
is
car.
gorgeous. I just saw one on the highway the other day.
Oh
What a
damn,
nice car, man.
So
What
the
a
P1s
nice
are
car.
so ridiculous.
they're so stupid.
Yeah.
They look so nice.
They're crazy.
But
man.
the Zonda,
Yeah, no, that's what I was. Yeah,
I love them.
the Zonda is a V12.
Yeah.
yeah.
Just a Mercedes AMG V12,
Yeah.
which is like gonna sound 10 times better than the McLaren.
Yeah.
Not that the McLaren will sound bad.
McLaren just looks sick.
No, when
It
when you
just
have a
looks
V12,
so
that's a different
sick.
car, man. It's like
There's this one of them with the Italian flag running down it in
Yeah,
a
I've seen
racing
that one.
stripe. It's called a tricolore.
Yeah. oh damn.
Something like
That's
that.
the one.
They might be over 3 mil though. You
Yeah.
know, I'm not exactly sure where the market's sitting on those right now, but I think they actually just went up in price,
Oh damn.
That's
like a
crazy.
decent amount.
Damn.
But they're beautiful cars.
How much is Veyron's what? 5-10 mil? Bugatti.
Oh
Veyron?
no, you could get a Veyron for like 1.2,
Oh really? Okay.
maybe
Yeah,
maybe
oh.
under a mil for the cheapest ones.
Yeah, for the cheaper ones, but I'm saying like the most expensive one.
The Chiron
Chiron,
goes
Yeah.
over a mil.
Yeah,
Like,
the Chiron, like you could probably get a Chiron for around 2.
True.
yeah.
Maybe like 1.7. I don't know exactly what they are sticker, but I think that's fairly in the
Yeah.
ballpark. Like
Yeah.
they aren't like 5 or 10.
True.
They're like around that 1.5 to 2
1.5,
million
true.
point, I think. Like kind of like what the P1 would be. The
Yeah.
P1 would probably be less than 3, but I'm not positive.
Yeah, no, P1's less
Dude.
than 3.
My only problem with the Chiron, dude, is it doesn't have CarPlay, dude. You don't
Oh, who cares about CarPlay, dude?
have CarPlay in the Chiron, bro.
I'm not even gonna lie. If I have a car that sounds like that, I don't even care if it has speakers.
Damn. Yeah, it just
Does not even need to
roaring.
be able to play music. Could not have a radio.
just roaring down the highway.
Buy a Ferrari 458 Challenge. No
Oh,
speakers, no radio.
Yeah,
Just a
that's
car.
Dude, and-
that's a really
Dude,
nice
an old
car.
school Ferrari,
Old school
any
Ferrari,
old
man.
school Ferrari, I'm down to snag one of those,
Yeah.
man. Those
Yeah.
look so clean.
Yeah.
I love those old school Ferrari design, like the
Mhm.
the 70s Ferraris.
Yeah.
Those are
Those
great.
are so nice.
I'm not the biggest fan of the older cars
Damn.
from any of the makes.
Damn.
Yeah.
No, I like certain
No.
older cars.
The older Jags, I'm not a big fan of.
You like old
I think
muscle
it's because
cars?
I used to play like Need for Speed
Yeah,
Most Wanted.
Need for Speed.
Yeah.
And they had
Yeah.
they had an old school Ferrari in there. What was that name? I
It
can't
was the
remember which one it
458.
was.
I think
Yeah,
it was
dude.
the 458.
Well, the 458 came out in 2012.
Or no, there was a California something.
There was an old one. I can't remember which one.
Yeah, it was like a
I don't wanna Google it,
California
but it was one of them, dude. It was one of them.
438.
That one was sick in that game, man.
Yeah, it
But
was sick.
I don't know. I just
All
there are
right.
specific ones.
Yeah.
There are specific old cars that I do like. But for the most part, anything older than like 99, not really loving it. Whether it's Lamborghini like the Countach and Diablo, some people love
Diablo's
those.
sick. I like the
I'm not
Diablo.
even interested.
Damn.
The what's it called?
I like Chevelle.
Like the Ferrari F50 is pretty cool. The F40 is pretty cool. The other Ferraris I'm not too hot on. If you were talking about the F50 or the F40, those are sick.
Let me see those.
The McLaren F1's a pretty cool one, but that's right on like the 99 bubble. They made them into the 2000s, I think.
Oh, dude, the 90s, dude. It wasn't that old. It was from the 90s. It was the Ferrari 512 TR.
512
That one's
TR.
nice, dude. This one's nice, man.
What's a 512 TR?
Send a picture.
Oh, Nene's got
I
it.
got it. Oh yeah, no, these are sick. It's like the headlights,
That's the
like
one.
they
That's the
come
one.
up like
Oh,
that.
And
These
when
are
it was in
sick.
white?
Yeah,
when it was in white?
yeah, these are sick.
dude, the one in white
These
is
are
crazy,
sick.
dude. I would
are fucking
snag that in a
sick.
second. It was
Mhm.
from 1991, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
this
it's
car.
a 92.
What a nice car, dude. That car is
This shit
freaking
is
epic.
sick.
It's not at the top of
I
my
even
list.
like the old Corvettes that used to have the headlights like that, where it would like come up. Those are sick. I think that's like it's probably like early 2000s.
So, I mean, I'd go all the way back and do like a 69 Mustang and rebuild it.
Oh yeah, I want to
Rebuild it completely, gut it, change
Facts.
everything,
Facts. I
Only
want
thing
a
on it's the body. That's
1970
original.
Chevelle. That's
Really?
a John Wick
Chevelle?
car. That one's so sick.
John Wick's car was the Mustang.
No, he also had a Chevelle.
Oh, did he have a Chevelle?
Yeah.
They stole the Mustang in the first movie.
Yeah, no, this
Sorry.
was Chevelle. Chevelle is the first movie too. I think it's like the one that he gets gifted. He gets gifted a car.
I barely remember this movie. I've not seen it in forever.
Yeah,
I
I've seen
remember
it,
the
yeah.
Mustang because it's like the centerpiece
Yeah.
and he wrecks it at the end.
Yeah, no,
But-
I think it was like before, or I think it's after he wrecks the Mustang, he gets a Chevelle, some shit like that.
Yeah.
I'm forgetting, but that's not important. But that car is sick.
Yeah.
That car is sick.
No, I would definitely go like old Mustang. And
Facts.
then you got to build like a frame, put a new V8 in it,
Yeah.
put
Yeah.
all-wheel drive in it.
Yeah, it's like an actual, like a
Dude, the thing-
project.
Yeah.
With the old Ferraris is like they're even more expensive than a Ferrari. Like,
Yeah.
you could get
Yeah.
a new one for
Oh, yeah.
way cheaper, like 300,000 or something,
Well,
right? For
it-
like a new one. But like for an old one, you're paying like 3 mil, 5 mil.
Yeah,
Like,
depending. Yeah,
It
depending
depends
which
on what
frame.
you're looking for, though.
Yeah, depends on
Yeah.
which one.
Like that one that you were talking about, I think you could probably get one of those for under 100K.
No way.
Yeah.
that's
No
let's see
way,
how much they're
Bobby.
going.
I'll be very surprised if it's under 100K.
Let's find out. We're gonna see right here on Ferrari pre-owned.
Testarossa.
219.
Yeah, 219, 225.
Oh, 375, 224.
You can get a 360, a 2000 Ferrari 360 for 69,800.
And dude, it just has 15,000 miles on it. That's nothing, dude. It's a brand
Yeah.
new freaking car. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Dude,
damn.
you depending on which Ferrari,
Testarossa.
you can get them cheaper. Like the 360, you can get under
I would get one.
100K easy.
I would
Yeah,
get one.
I
I
would
would
snag.
get that exact
I
one.
would
I would get
snag.
that. If I can get
Yeah,
that one,
yeah,
I'll
yeah,
get
yeah.
that
If
exact
I could buy it, I will
You know,
buy
white-
it.
You can get
might
a
get
California under 100K. Just
Yeah,
depends on what
Californias
you're
are pretty
looking for.
Yeah.
The more rare they
yeah,
get.
I would change the paint. I don't like the red like on these old ones. I like a different color. Like
Oh, really?
on the new
Nah, I
ones,
fuck
the
with the
red.
red. I fuck with the red.
Nah, I don't. I like the white on this one, man. This is the
No,
exact
white
one I
definitely
like.
looks clean. White looks
Yeah.
clean too.
I would all time one of my favorite car colors is Ferrari yellow.
Nah.
Ferrari yellow.
I don't know.
Banana? No.
Yeah,
No, it's not
it's-
banana.
It's it's not.
It's not even close to banana.
Yeah, it's like it's brighter.
It's more like gold.
I don't know. I don't really fuck with Ferrari yellow like that.
I don't like yellow, man.
Yeah, like this. I don't really
would
fuck
not
with
drive
this.
a
No,
yellow
that is
forever.
not the right color. That was before they made good colors.
this yellow?
That's the same yellow. That's the same car.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Let's see. Ferrari yellow.
It's this yellow.
Yeah, no, see it's just a little glossier.
Point
It is
towards
a
the camera.
vastly. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. Cars. This is
I just
that is a
picked the
wide
color.
lens you're looking at it through. I'm trying to like zoom in on it so like the color is most of the screen,
Yeah.
but I have no idea
Yeah,
if you
no,
can see this at
no,
all.
dude. I mean,
Yeah,
that's like
see,
Bumblebee yellow.
Yeah,
right? Like that's like
exactly.
Bumblebee.
Exactly.
No,
Bumblebee.
it's got more depth to it too. It's not even like Bumblebee is just yellow. It's just yellow and black. It's a Camaro yellow.
It's just a glossy yellow.
This is like a triple layer yellow with metallic flake and a pearl.
yellow
clear
with
coat.
sparkles.
Loves this yellow. dude. What the fuck?
Yeah.
It's a great color. It's a great color to make a car.
I don't know, man.
Dude, there's this other car, or Audi has a yellow too.
Nah, see, Audi has is it a Volt green that they have? Is that Audi?
They took McLaren's green.
Yeah, yeah, that green is sick.
It's called like something Verde Mantis.
Verde Mantis.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a sick color.
So this is
Also Verde.
almost the same as the Ferrari color.
See, that's a bit more orangey though.
That's almost the same color as the Ferrari color.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I'm telling you, But this
It's-
one,
I wouldn't get a yellow car though. That's
I would
just-
get this car
It's just not
every
me.
day of the week.
Little mustard car.
Every day of the week. Parse, can you see that one at all? It's so blown
No,
out on the screen. It's
sort
not.
of, sort
It's
of.
not
I get the
representative.
idea of it, but I don't get the full color of it. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't.
But
It's unfortunate.
yeah, dude, I would just never get a yellow car.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, yellow's just not.
Yellow is
I'm
not the
not.
color I'm supposed to be in. You know. What I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
facts.
what would you go
Facts.
for then? If
Facts.
yellow's not the color, what's your color?
Any other color?
I mean, like,
Yellow,
any
like,
other color? Are you doing purple?
Okay.
Yeah, I would
All
do
right,
purple Ferrari.
Yeah,
Purple Ferrari will be sick.
down for a dark purple.
That would
Alright,
be
no, but
cold as
I
fuck.
throw out like hot
Yeah.
pink, all of yellow, all pink, all yellow. Those are thrown out.
That's all that's
all
out.
light blue, like all light blue.
See, I love
Really?
light blue.
All light blue?
Oh no, light blue.
Yeah.
There's an Audi. Audi makes a light blue. That's really sick.
Yeah.
No, I don't like. Have you seen that like the Porsche that's like
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
turquoise?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like I don't mind that, but I
Yeah.
wouldn't drive it
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
I wouldn't get it. I wouldn't get one that color.
I would get a light blue.
I would get a
car.
light blue. I would get a
Um,
light blue. Light blue.
I would get a dark blue car.
yeah,
My
dark blue.
favorite color is like this burnt orange that you can have
True.
on cars, and it kind of changes
Like
in
an
the
amber.
light.
Yeah.
Well, it kind of
Orange, I don't
changes
mind.
from like bright orange to like brown,
Yeah.
depending on
Yeah.
where the light is on
sun.
it.
Orange,
Yeah,
I
that'd
don't
be
mind.
sick.
You can make a really cool orange. I feel like I've
Yeah.
seen a really cool orange on a
Mhm.
few cars before,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I'm like, yo, that orange is crazy.
Yeah.
No, they're
Yeah.
absolutely they're sick. I would definitely go an orange car.
Mhm. Mhm.
I would definitely wrap a black car orange.
Wrap a black car orange. Yeah. Yeah.
That's interesting.
100%. No, like I mean, it's just something I'm
Doesn't
gonna
matter
do at
what-
some point.
It matter what color the car was on the base if you're wrapping.
Yeah. If you're wrapping.
No, it doesn't matter. Well, I mean, like it kind of does matter because, like, if you have black under the wrap, it'll be darker than if
Yeah.
you have white under the wrap. Like
Yeah.
just because
Oh,
of
does
how
it
paint
actually
works.
affect the wrap like that?
Yeah.
I thought the wrap.
So there are
was, like,
certain there are
thicker.
certain colors that are better to wrap.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know the
Um,
wrap actually gets affected by.
Yeah,
that.
I thought the
Oh,
wrap was like it was thick enough where it doesn't really matter.
No, it'll definitely like. I think wrapping a yellow car, like you can't wrap it white, but you can wrap a black car white.
True. True.
Like it'll give it a yellow hue, I think.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure it does. Like, I mean, and it's not that you can't do it.
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
just gonna have a slight yellow hue. To
Yeah.
it.
Facts. Facts.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm definitely like the kind of person who will get bored with the color of my car one day, and will take it in and have the color changed,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I'll pick something fun.
How much is a wrap?
Also,
It depends on the car and the amount of work, but not cheap.
Yeah, I
You're
don't
probably
know, 'cause,
looking at
I
like
was
7K.
at all.
Oh,
They're not cheap at all.
damn.
And
Damn.
yeah, dude. Sometimes I don't
Yeah.
like the stock colors that they give for certain cars.
No,
Like
yeah,
a lot of the companies like do these like null like
they're all neutral.
dull gray
Yeah.
neutral like
Yeah.
BS colors. It's
Yeah.
almost like the iPhone, right? Sometimes the
Yeah.
iPhone has these BS like colors. You're like, I don't like
Facts.
any of these colors, you know, but you got to
Facts.
get one of them. And so it's like now from there, I'd be like, I'd get some stock color and then completely change it from there.
Yeah.
Probably, you know.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
I couldn't tell
Only
you
the
exactly.
high-end- only like the high end cars have like a bunch of options. Like if you get a Porsche, you can like get any color basically.
no,
Well, I
for
mean,
real.
yeah,
They'll
but
let you
they're
get
gonna
any
charge
color.
you
But
like
need to pay-
2,000
You
for
need
the
to pay more
paint,
though.
too.
Yeah, you need to pay
Yeah.
more. Yeah. You
Yeah.
just pay more.
Just get
But they'll
steps.
let
The
you-
nicer colors are
Yeah.
steps and steps up the
Yeah.
ladder for how much
Yeah.
they cost.
Yup.
It's like Apple with memory. You know, like if
Like,
you're
yeah.
adding more memory,
Legit.
you have to pay more. If you add a different paint, you got to pay more. You know.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Have you seen some of the like dealership kits? Like if you're going to spec out one of the like supercars or something
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
like
no,
you
I-
go
I-
into a room, they have like samples of all the materials, they have samples of all the like little wheels and all the colors the wheels
Yeah.
come in. And then they have like little paint chips. A lot of times they're like
Yeah,
little
yeah.
mini shapes of the cars for all the different paints you can get.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll have like boxes and boxes of them.
Mhm.
I want to do that
No,
one day.
because I wanted to get an SRT, right? Like a Dodge Charger
Yeah.
SRT.
Dang.
And I was just looking through the kits and I was like, damn, even like an RT kit, right? So the RT kit's like underneath the SRT, right?
Yeah.
And even just for that, like they're charging you like I think 15 grand just for that kit, and you're like,
Oh
oh
yeah.
damn.
I mean,
You're like,
they
I gotta-
like changed the cars though.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
it's a
It,
different
Like
it
the
completely
Charger
changed the car.
GT to the Charger
Yeah.
RT,
Yeah.
there's a lot different on
Yeah.
the cars.
facts.
So all the Chargers and Challengers, they all look the same from the outside, but they actually change a lot underneath between the different
Yeah.
models.
Mhm.
It's kind of wild. They have Dodge has this cool color too. It's called like plum something,
Oh, like the purple.
plum crazy or something. But yeah, it's like the purple. You can get the Demon
yeah.
and the SRTs in.
Yeah, facts.
It's a
Dude,
solid
that.
color.
Yeah, no, that
Yeah.
color's nice, man.
That shit's sick.
Yeah, it's like
I want a SRT
Yeah, it's like a-
too. That's one of those where
like
like,
a juice color almost, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
That's cool.
mm-hmm.
No, but
demon.
yeah, eventually, man, I'll get one of those, man.
Yeah,
an
get a
SRT.
demon.
Dude, those are so sick, man.
They're
That
so
dude, I
sick.
got my first ticket in a Charger, bro.
Oh,
That's-
shit.
Did you really?
Dude,
Dude, I was skirted in that thing, man. It's so easy to go fast. It's
Oh,
way
yeah.
too easy to go.
100%.
Man.
man.
Like they got me at 95, right? Like if they got me at 100, like out of they could have arrested me or some ish, right? Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
But-
So they probably could have for 95.
yeah, even
Depends
for
on
95,
what they
but
want to do.
He gave me a break though. He put me in at 85 in a
Oh,
65.
nice.
So
Hey, facts.
it's
Yeah.
not that bad.
All depends on the speed limit too. You don't have
Yeah.
to share how much over you are,
Yeah.
but all
I
depends
mean,
on that
who
too.
cares, man? I think that's like public information, man. Who cares?
Well, I mean, it depends. If it's in a 70, 85 is not unreasonable. If you're in a 55 doing 95,
Yeah,
you're almost double it.
Facts.
yeah,
Facts.
that's true.
Facts.
I don't know how many plays at 55s, but I don't know.
Yeah,
Just
I know,
changes
but
things a little bit.
Yeah. Highway.
You got
compared
me,
to-
man. No,
You got to watch out.
They-
They'll-
Yeah, they posted.
dude,
that.
I hit 105 while I was doing that, so I was fine. I
skirting.
mean, I hit way beyond that, but-
Dude, way back in the
That's fine.
day, I was driving when I was a senior in high school.
Yeah.
And I was going out to a college to visit it.
Yeah.
And I definitely went like 115 for most of the way.
Hey.
Yeah,
And did
yeah,
not
no.
get pulled over and was like, probably shouldn't do that again.
Yeah.
Again, I
Facts.
was driving a Charger from
Yeah.
SF to LA, right? Like 5-hour drive. I might as well be skirting. There's no one else on the road.
Yeah.
Right? It was
yeah.
the nighttime.
I
And I
was
was just
driving my
skirting.
current car.
It was pitch black.
Damn.
It was completely pitch
Ratmobile.
black. I couldn't see no one. I was just going, and they got me. They got me.
Ananya is so disrespectful of my car.
I say it affectionately though.
It's not.
Because
It's yeah.
he's disrespectful because he's got a Tesla, dude. He's
I know. He's so
out here-
uptight.
just out here
He's like, my
eating
Tesla
fucking
is the
gas
best.
car.
It's the best car. Doesn't even make a noise. Just goes like,
Yeah. Whoop.
not
Gives a
even
whoop
whoop. It's
sound.
higher pitched than that.
Yeah, it is.
Zoop.
Zoop. Yeah.
Yeah. That's all it does. It's just a Tesla. Fix your panel gaps.
Panel gaps.
It's like the spaces in between the different panels of your car. So like the trunk and the rear fender and the hood and the front fender and the doors.
Yeah.
Go look at them. They aren't even.
Oh, true.
They're all like different all around the car. They're supposed to
Oh
all
yeah,
be the same.
yeah.
It's like a whole thing. Tesla
Yeah.
can't do them well.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
My car has better panel gaps than yours.
My car
Other
goes
than that,
faster.
He's skirting.
Yeah. Exactly. Hey.
Dude, yeah, no, man. These Tesla drivers are crazy out here, dude. I don't know if half of them are asleep and they're on like full
Bro.
self-driving. Who knows, man, what's going on.
Nah,
It
don't point at
annoys me.
I'm a great driver.
Hey, you use self-driving.
No, I don't. You literally,
Never.
yeah. I mean,
Never.
in traffic sometimes when I'm chilling.
That's when it is most annoying because you're stuck behind a Tesla and it's just randomly braking every 2 seconds.
Oh no,
'Cause the
that's
car's
'cause,
20 feet in front of
you have to
it.
change the mode.
Yeah.
I feel like most people don't bother changing the mode.
It's so annoying.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. It's like they leave like a whole like 2-car
You have
gap.
to change.
But
yeah,
then
you
they
have to change
literally
the-
hit the brake randomly for like
Yeah,
no
no,
reason
'cause it's
they
like
get
on,
freaked out of other cars in
yeah.
traffic.
Yeah, you have to change a setting for it.
If there's a setting change, people need to change that setting.
Yeah, they do.
No, and they probably don't know how to change it.
Yeah,
That
because
too.
it's not on by default.
Yeah.
By default, it's like
There's
super
so many
safe.
Tesla owners that don't know anything about technology.
Yeah,
Oh, I
that's-
believe
yeah,
it.
yeah.
100%.
Yep.
They just bought the electric
There's
car.
so many.
Yeah,
They don't know how to do
legit.
anything in it.
They
Legit.
just wanted that clean air vehicle so they can be in the HOV lane. You know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah. No,
They
exactly.
can claim they're saving the world.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
It's also cheaper. It's honestly just cheaper to charge
It is
it.
not all cheaper. It's
Yeah,
cheaper to charge
it's
it.
not,
Yeah.
it's
to
not that
charge
much
it,
cheaper.
to
It's
charge it.
it's a little bit maybe more expensive than like the bottom line cars, but
Well,
that's
but
what people are paying for. They're paying for these benefits of
You're
like the
you're paying a
electric car.
premium too
Yeah.
for the car itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Like so
For sure.
I feel like it evens out. And
Yeah.
then look, they aren't the most reliable things. Like I've heard a lot of horror stories with
I don't
them.
know. Mine's been doing really well.
So yours has been good. I've heard people have had to have like their battery packs replaced like 3 times though.
Yes, thank God. I
Yeah.
think honestly, what it is too is I think if you buy it, it's like a new Apple product. You buy the first version, it might not be the best thing, but then you give it like a year or two, they'll fix all like the random shit, and you'll get a quality product. That's how I feel like the Model Y is now.
True.
Like when I got it, it's been
Yeah.
a few years.
The ones
but-
coming out of Now they're pumping them out of China, dude. They're probably pretty
exactly.
decent.
They're pumping them out of
Exactly.
Texas.
Yeah, Texas.
Whatever's coming out
Austin.
of China, whatever's coming out of Texas.
The Gigafactory, man.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's all like now it's
There's like 1 Gigafactory in Texas. I think there's like 4 in China.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. The Ys are definitely coming from China.
Yeah,
Those
for
are
sure.
all coming. That was the huge thing. Is like the Y price dropped.
Yeah.
I think it was $300 or 3,000. I can't remember.
It's
But
like-
people
yeah.
were pissed off because they're like, "Yo, once they opened up the Chinese factory, like a year later, the entire car price just went down.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. Like they
That's when I
overpaid
got
for
it.
their car.
Yup.
Economies
Yeah.
of scale,
Yup.
man.
Yeah.
Changes things.
Yep.
No, and I think too, like it depends on what they're making. I think they're actually making the Cybertruck in Texas. I think that was the one that's in the States.
Yeah, no, that's probably is made in
It's
Texas.
it's
yeah.
probably believable, yeah.
They,
That's why
they
there's
don't. They're not
as
making that many of them.
Yeah, there's not.
They're
that
not making
many.
that many. A lot of people, I think, canceled their orders and stuff.
Yeah.
So
I think so too. I hate how they look. by
Oh,
the
they
way.
look terrible.
I feel like the Cybertruck was like the Vision Pro. I feel like those were equivalent.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. To
In
be
terms
fair,
of sellout. Yeah.
I've seen a good amount of Cybertrucks. I've only seen one Vision Pro.
True.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
So like I think people canceled them. I don't think everyone canceled them, and a lot of freaking people ordered.
Yeah, no, a lot of people have them. I see enough of them where I'm like, all right, I'm sick of seeing this car. Where it's like, oh, this
I don't
is
know,
just
man. I
kinda-
feel like I see the same one every
Oh.
now and then whenever I see
Yeah,
one.
honestly, it could be like the same
and,
three. It really
Yeah.
could, because it's like the same places that I go and see them. So
But I mean, I did see it. I saw it here real early, man. So like people are Elon Musk fanboys out here. So you know,
Yeah,
of
California,
course they
yeah.
get them
Yeah.
real quick. You know,
mhm.
I mean,
But-
speaking of Musk and Tesla, we do got another cool SpaceX event coming up here.
Hey,
So they're going to try and launch Starship Flight 6 in the next week or so. I actually think it's scheduled for Monday now, this coming Monday. And they're basically going for the same mission that they went for with Flight 5. So they're going to try and catch the booster again. And, you know, can they do it? Is it going to be repeatable? I think they'll catch it again.
I didn't do it.
yeah.
You know, they have everything from the first one to
Yeah.
kind of improve upon, and
Exactly.
like they've
Yeah,
been
yeah.
making upgrades to the ship and the booster that are going to do this trip.
Yeah.
Since the old ones came back, so they've had a ton of time to kind of learn what almost went wrong. And I don't know if you guys saw, there was an article that came out. Well, it was like a Twitch stream. Elon was streaming like World of Warcraft or something. I don't know what it
What
was,
the fuck?
but some type of clicker. And,
Dota. I think he plays Dota.
it might be Dota, yeah.
Yeah.
But he was streaming it, and they were talking, and apparently, like, they were 1 second away from it just aborting it and smashing into the ground like 100 feet away from the tower.
God damn.
Like
Yeah.
one engine started up slow, and if it had taken one more second to start up, it would have just aborted the landing and hit the ground.
Damn.
So they were like really close,
Yeah,
and like it was
yeah.
falling
Yeah.
apart a little bit there.
Yeah.
So it wasn't totally just a smooth landing, but it was one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
No, it was so sick.
Yeah.
Um,
no,
it was
it was,
so
it was
fucking cool.
epic, man. That
So
was epic.
if they do it again, it's just like, okay, they can reliably catch this now.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
one of them,
Yeah.
it's kind of a question. If you can do it twice in a row and it's getting better, like they're just going to learn from this one too.
Facts.
And,
Yes,
maybe eventually there will be one that has some sort of issue from an edge case they haven't encountered yet.
Yeah.
But it seems like they're getting
just
closer and
getting better and
closer to
better,
just be
yeah.
able to launch them.
Facts.
And then once this one goes up, and if they catch the booster, they've got to move on. So now they've got to catch the ship, right? Because they got to catch both of them. So I assume neither of you keep up with what's going down at SpaceX in Boca Chica, Texas, where they launch them.
No.
No idea, dude.
So
No idea.
they are just about done building a second launch tower.
Oh dang.
Yeah.
So they have 2 of the launch towers
That'd
now.
be sick.
So there's a
Test
potential
level.
coming up soon here. They could launch one, have the booster come back and land, not have to put it down right away, and then there's a second tower
Yeah.
they could try to catch the ship.
Dang.
Yeah.
That'd
Yeah.
be cool. That'd be cool.
But it's just ridiculous. Like these ships, I don't know. It looks like science fiction. Like when you see
Yeah,
it come
facts.
back and land.
Yeah. No, it really
No,
does.
it
really
looks
does.
so epic, dude. But yeah, I was
Yeah, it's
just,
just
speaking of like consistency, dude. I was just talking about this like with my coworkers earlier. It's like sometimes knowledge is power, but also knowledge, like once you know something, you have to do something about it, right? Like
Yeah.
so you're just saying like the fact that that booster didn't turn on and it turned on just in time to like make the launch or like the landing successful is like now they have to alter the algorithm, right? So now let's say they change the algorithm a little bit, and now the next time it comes back, something else screws up, right?
Yeah,
like
fuck something
so
else
it's
up.
always something, right? So if they can do it again, that's gonna be a huge deal, dude. If they can
Yeah.
do this and prove consistency, it's gonna be a massive deal.
And
Facts.
it's like, so they do get the risk of like changing something and it
Yeah.
messes something else up. But they also,
Yeah.
because they landed the first one, they get to know exactly everything that went wrong because they have a fully
Yeah.
functional, well, maybe not fully functional, but a fully intact booster
Yeah.
sitting there that
Yeah.
they can
Facts.
take
Yeah.
apart
Just
and
compare
look at
with,
everything,
yeah.
see exactly what happened and
Yep,
where it happened.
yep.
So I
Facts.
feel like even though they could mess something up by making changes, which is totally possible, I feel like they'll trend in the right direction because SpaceX
Yeah,
seems to be
hopefully.
pretty
No,
good
I
at
hope so.
evolving rather than
Yeah.
taking
Yeah.
setbacks.
No, for sure.
Yeah, I
For
hope
sure.
so. I hope so.
But even like they're ready to catch the ship too. I don't know if you guys watched the full launch video of the 5th flight, but they ended up having this buoy out in the Indian
Yeah.
Ocean where it landed. So the
Yeah.
ships have been landing like a little bit northwest of Australia in the Indian Ocean.
Yeah.
And it's one of the deepest parts of the ocean, so they're never going to get any parts of these ships back. But
Yeah.
basically, the last one had such precision on its landing that they had a buoy out there with nothing else around, and
Yeah.
the ship happened to land directly in the center frame of the camera on that buoy.
That's
And
wild.
you can
Yo,
watch the whole
that's
ship landing
wild.
from the middle of
Yeah.
nowhere in the Indian Ocean because they
Dang,
had
that's
the
sick.
control
That's
down that
crazy.
precisely that they
That's
just
really
landed
cool.
it right in front of the camera.
Damn.
That's epic. That's epic, right?
So I think that, like that just confirms, okay, they have control of this thing enough
Yeah.
to target the tower. Like
Yeah.
it's close enough they can control it. And the upper parts of the ships are still like melting themselves on re-entry, but they still have this control. Like the one that came back was like melting as it was coming back. And
Yeah.
it still landed like
Damn.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I feel like they're doing pretty good and they're learning
Yeah.
a lot about how to re-enter with them. But I wanted to ask you guys, so how long do you think now we're looking at? Like, obviously, Elon's timelines are way out of line, and he just says, like, oh, yeah, 2 years, we're going to do that. But how long do you guys think realistically until we start seeing missions to Mars?
Oh, Mars.
Not even like manned, like the first starships going to Mars to start adding supplies.
like unmanned.
Yeah. Like you want, I mean, they're going to land a few
Yeah.
there. They have to
Yeah.
definitely send one, make sure it can land there.
Mm-hmm.
They have to send one with equipment on board to make fuel, make
Yeah.
sure it can
Yeah.
come
Yeah.
back.
Facts.
And then they're obviously going to want to start sending supplies, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So their goal is going to be to start having supplies ready to go on like spare ships that they can send out there and just have waiting for a crew to get there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how long do you guys think before we start seeing it, especially if this like flight next week is successful?
Still 5 to 10.
You think 5
years.
to 10?
Yeah.
I think we'll see him sooner than that. What do you think, Pars?
Yeah, dude, I say sooner because this is taking into context like other progress, right? Like,
Yeah.
so if there actually is this AI progress that they say within 2 years here,
Yeah.
right? So what they're predicting basically is that in 2 years we'll have PhD level AIs,
Yeah.
right?
Damn.
So now these can perform research on their own, right, and
Yeah.
have improvements in science on their own,
Yeah.
right? So with that in addition, yeah, exactly. I'm thinking maybe 3 years. If
I
they
was
do
gonna
that
say-
within 3 years, we might have these ships heading to Mars.
I was going to say 3 years.
Damn. Nah,
Yeah.
And
I'm closer to 5.
because I don't even think, well, you got to remember too. So there are a few steps they have to finish to make it to Mars, right? So they got to figure out refueling in orbit.
Yeah.
That's like the main thing. That's the big thing here they have to figure out. If they figure out next year how to refuel in orbit, they can just send a tin can one with nothing else inside it to see
Yeah,
if it
just
can
see.
even land there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Facts.
I'm not saying they're sending people or fully furnished or fully finished ships.
Yeah, just 10.
Eventually,
Yeah.
they're gonna need to just send one to see if it can even land.
Right. Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
So I think we're getting
Yeah.
pretty close to that.
Dang. Yeah.
And then another really cool thing about it, and I think this is coming pretty quickly too, once they prove they can catch it, is the Moonlander version.
That would be sick.
Mm-hmm.
That would
So-
definitely be sick. I want to see, yeah, if it could like literally just be
Dude,
like almost like a cruise.
If that
like,
happens,
just go there.
we
and come
might
back.
go to the moon, man.
Yeah, no,
Well,
exactly.
All right. Let's say they come out with this. Let's say that takes a little bit longer, right? Where we can literally go to the moon. Would you guys
Yeah.
go to the moon? Like, if you
I
could,
would go to the
if it
moon
was
at some
really
point
big?
in my life.
It's gotta
If you
be-
could go to the moon, if there's like infrastructure there and it's not just 3
Yeah.
people, you know,
Yeah.
there's got to be
Facts.
like 100 people living on the moon for a little bit. then I
like a
feel
little community. Yeah.
Not even a community. Like they can all have jobs there, and it can be like you rotate in for 6 weeks. But
Yeah.
the moon one though, you can't like take it as a cruise. So the moon one won't come back to Earth ever. It won't have a heat shield. It'll be equipped with engines in different places so that it can land on the moon. But with Artemis, there's going to be this space station out in between the Earth and the moon called the Lunar Gateway.
True.
And so it'll just go from the Lunar Gateway back down to the moon and back and forth.
Okay.
And then
True.
it can, other starships can meet it at the Lunar
Yeah,
Gateway
yeah,
and
yeah.
like
And then
transfer
transfer,
people
yeah.
and give it fuel and stuff.
Yeah. True.
But that one should be sick.
Yeah, they know. See, that would be cool, but yeah, it would have to be like there needs to be like a good amount of people that have done it. That
Yeah.
it's been safe, it's been tested, and it's got to be like, okay, if I'm going there, it's gonna be like something like I don't know if cool is the right word because you're going into space at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Either way, it's gonna be cool. But like, I don't want to just go there and see rock, like just see moon rock.
I
Like,
wouldn't mind.
You wouldn't go explore?
No,
You
wouldn't
can
mind
literally
seeing rock.
explore somewhere that almost no one's ever been.
yeah,
to.
no, it would be super sick. It's just.
Well, at that point, a million people went.
Yeah.
Well,
It is that
I
you-
didn't say a million.
Well,
Or are you
Nate
saying
said a
like
million.
Not a million,
people?
not a million.
Nate said a million.
At least 1,000.
How many?
Okay.
At least 1,000.
That's a lot of people you could explore the moon before.
Yeah, I want to make sure 1,000 people have made it, and then I'll be like
That's fair.
1,001th. Like, be
It's
like,
an
all
unlucky
right.
number. The 1,001st never makes it.
Oh damn!
It's
What is
unfortunate for you.
1,002nd?
First is gonna blow up midair.
So shit's gonna happen.
He doesn't even make it off the ground. It just blows up on the ground. It'll be so
Gas
unfortunate.
leak.
That's the most dangerous part about this shit. Is exactly it could blow up on the ground.
Yeah.
Oh, it could.
Yeah. Legit.
It definitely could.
You're not wrong.
Definitely could just go boom. On the ground.
Boom.
So far to date, the Falcon 9 has the best reliability of any rocket. And it's literally better than like airliners. Like
Yeah,
I think they've lost one on the ground that's blown up and not finished its mission.
Yeah.
All the
there we
other
go.
ones
Yeah,
they
yeah.
have lost have been like trying to land them.
True.
Mhm.
And then, every once in a while they expend one for a mission because if you use like all the fuel on it, you can't land it because it
Yeah.
can't use the
Yeah,
engines
yeah.
to land. So,
Facts.
but yeah, we should get to see this coming week if they can do it again. Then we're that much
Yeah.
closer.
I'm definitely rooting for them. I hope they do because that shit was
Yeah.
sick.
Dude,
The first time
I
it
hope
was so
so
cool.
too, man.
Like I definitely want to see it again.
Yeah.
And like if they continue to make improvements on
Yeah.
it, who knows? Who knows what
Yeah,
happens?
when I'm 80, I want to go to the moon, dude. Like, get me there.
You might age
no,
out.
honestly. Yeah.
You might age out. Like you got to be
No,
a
dude,
certain
they're gonna-
level of fitness to
Dude, I'll
handle
be
a
a
rocket
cracked
launch.
80-year-old.
You're gonna cure aging by that point. Don't worry, dude.
Okay, I got you. I
You'll
got
still
you.
be still
We're
be in your
just we're
prime.
relying on that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're relying on
Understood.
that.
There's G forces and things, but
Some,
they
like-
cured aging, so it's fine.
some special steroid
Yeah.
you take when you're 50. Yeah.
At what age would you like to get stuck at? You
If I was gonna get
there?
stuck, I would get stuck at this age. Not a single day older.
Type shit.
This age?
Maybe younger.
Type shit. No,
Why-
not younger.
why younger?
Not younger. Definitely not younger.
Why
I'll say this
younger?
age.
Take me
Yeah.
back before things got this sore.
Damn, Bobby,
me an
how are you
extra 4
already
years.
sore? I'm not sore.
I use my body, man. I
Bobby, I use
played
my
every
body.
sport for forever.
Bobby, you gotta. I think
Yeah,
you
no,
gotta,
my body's fucked up from running too much, man. Fuck.
No.
At this point,
I mean, my body is definitely fucked up, but I think I just kind of work out through it, and it's like,
I ran too many fucking
You have to
miles.
use a massage gun before you get on a bike. Don't
Yeah,
tell
to
me
warm up.
I'm more sore.
to warm up. That's to warm my legs up. That's not.
That's
not
being
for
old.
soreness. What?
That's being old.
Yeah. I just
No,
bought one.
yeah, back
but
then,
like,
dude,
yeah.
back then you just did it. Back then
Yeah,
you just
I
did
don't
it.
need to warm
Like,
up
you didn't
before.
care.
That is
You
true.
didn't care.
That is
Yeah,
true.
You didn't pull nothing either.
Yeah,
you know
no,
what I'm
that
saying?
is true. That is true.
So I would
never
go
worried
like
about doing that.
25 if
But
I
see,
could just
but
get
see,
stuck
I think
at an age.
I think I'm like stronger though. Like
Just
in terms
work
of just
out
like
being stuck at 25.
no. I think in just terms of like man strength, I feel like I'm just stronger. Like my muscles have just grown compared to like when I was like maybe even like 22, 23.
Well, I mean, like you're staying the same age. Like you can
No, but
work
I mean-
out and get ripped in that
Dude, Nana,
body.
you never did jujitsu when you were younger though, right? Like imagine
Yeah.
you did it at 21,
Yeah.
right?
True,
Imagine you
true.
started at
Imagine
21,
you started
and
at
then,
15.
right?
You would have been
Yeah,
ripped
even
at
younger.
21.
Just jacked. Yeah.
Yeah.
Facts. I can see that too. I can see that.
I think
too.
it's because you're just stronger. You're just the strongest you've ever been, and so you
Yeah.
think this is the peak. You think that's your
Yeah.
peak, but technically you
Facts.
could have gotten this strong earlier. Technically,
True.
if you did it
But
earlier.
Technically,
I'm,
yeah.
I'm also
Yeah.
like, we're not like stuck as our current. Like you could still work out.
No,
and
no,
not
yeah,
age.
Facts.
Like
yeah.
your muscles
Yeah,
could grow.
just not
and
age. Yeah, you
age.
just
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
just your physical age would just stay the
Yeah.
same. Yeah.
Yeah. Facts.
But yeah, like 25. Like
25, yeah.
25
That'd
is,
probably be
is
my
good.
vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, because it was just 25, 26.
I think that's prime.
Yeah.
Could stay there for
I'm
a
chilling.
while.
I'm chilling at 26.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Hell yeah.
I don't know, but I'm definitely, dude. The only thing is, I'm definitely smarter. That's for sure.
Yeah,
I'm definitely smarter
yeah.
than I was when I was 25.
100%.
Yeah,
1000%.
I would agree.
1000%.
So that's something you kind of lose.
I might be willing to risk that.
You're a little stupid.
Like I'm way smarter than I was, dude. I was hella dumb 2 years ago.
I don't know if
compared
I'd
to
say
now.
I'm like
the amount of
way
knowledge-
smarter.
The amount of knowledge I gained in 2 years is incredible, dude.
Yeah,
Incredible amount of knowledge.
that's fair.
Yeah, for sure. I think like honestly from like 25 till now, I've learned more than even like 20 to 22. Those like 2 years I didn't learn as much as just like a year.
Why do you say that?
I don't
was
know.
gonna say, did you try not to?
We're just
No,
not. We're
I
just
Were
feel
you
not
just
doing
not
nothing.
paying attention
No,
to
no,
anything?
I think it's because like it was just school.
That's like 5 years versus 2 years.
Hmm?
You said 20 to 25.
20 to 22. 20 to 22.
Okay.
That's like I feel like that like 2 years in college, it was just school. I didn't really do shit. Whereas now it's like out of college, it's just you learn a lot more of like different shit.
But think about that. That's now your base knowledge, though.
Yeah.
Right. So whatever you
Yeah,
learn there is now your
true.
base knowledge, and then now
True,
you're
true,
adding on
true.
top of that.
That's fair.
Now, I say like any gap is big. You learn so much, even day to day. You learn just random shit, and that you never knew before. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's
So-
fair.
But yeah.
it's like we underestimate how much you learn in a year. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like there's tons of like, especially in life, like just shit can happen,
Yeah.
and you learn how to deal with that in
Just
your own
deal
mind.
with
You know
shit.
what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. Facts.
yeah, there's
facts.
you never knew how to fucking deal with it before. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mhm.
that shit never happened. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
shit like
For
that.
sure. For sure.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Well, what do you think, guys? We should wrap on up here.
Yeah.
How long have we been going for?
We've been going pretty
Uh,
solid.
I mean, it's probably been an hour since we went live, like from the still
Yeah.
screen.
Oh,
but the
facts,
time's
facts.
probably over an hour
Yeah.
because the still
Yeah,
screen.
We're good then. I mean, unless we
Yeah.
do we got anything like last quick thing to talk about? No.
That was everything in the
Yeah.
our
I
doc.
think that's
here.
everything.
Yeah.
That's everything.
Um.
Hell yeah.
So we got a quote. We got to get a quote in.
Oh yeah. Facts. We do need to quote.
See if I could dig up a quote here.
While you do that, check out all the new content that's about to drop. We got some
I
heat.
saw that you
We
guys
got
got some
heat
videos
on the
coming
way.
out.
Yeah, we got 2 videos on the way. There's a food court and a 3D printing video.
Dude, yeah,
Um,
one of those was like low quality when you sent it to me. So I
Oh
didn't wanna
no,
watch
iMessage just drops it. I don't know why
Yeah, I don't
iMessage
know
does
what
that.
happened. I don't know what
We
happened.
can
I watched the
iMessage,
other
man.
one. I watched the
Yeah.
3D printer one, but I think the first one you sent me
because it was
like-
too long. It was so long that
Yeah, yeah.
iMessage just drops
Too
the
big of a
audio.
file.
It
Yeah.
compressed it. Yeah, it
Yeah.
compressed it.
But hey, when it's hit the bell when it's on. It's gonna be
Hey,
lit.
yeah,
It's gonna be
that
lit.
video was lit. Check out that 3D
Yeah.
printer video. That shit was lit.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Did that buy you enough time, Bobby?
I still don't know what the quote is.
Oh, damn. Damn. Let's see.
I don't even think I got a quote right now.
I mean,
Is
I
there
could
a-
find a quote.
Yeah, I could find one. Some Wayne bar.
Researched nothing recently.
You guys always go for Wayne bars. I'm like, I don't even think he's that quote.
Oh, Wayne is quotable because he just be saying.
He's
random
quotable
shit.
because it's all funny as hell.
Yeah, it's just
When you
random
quote
shit.
some random bar, it makes no sense and it's funny though.
yeah, exactly.
That's what I mean. It's just like out of context Wayne.
Like, look at this.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not
yeah.
gonna say this one, but like, just read it.
Say it. That's
I
a
don't know.
quote.
I don't know. That's not. I don't know if it's very live friendly.
Why not?
Bobby, did you read it?
Yeah.
What?
You're
All
All right,
quoting
just
Wayne.
find the quote. Just find the quote.
Let's see. I was just looking at the song. I was just listening to. Damn. Yeah, I don't have
A
anything.
million here, a million there. Right? What is that?
That could be the quote.
Tougher
That
than
it?
That could
Nigerian
be the
hair.
quote.
Yeah, fuck it. A
Yeah,
million.
finish it off. Finish the bar. Nick.
Oh yeah, tougher than Nigerian hair. That's literally
There
the
we
rest
go.
of it.
There we go. That's it. That's it.